Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you coping up with the whole issue of the dollar being at 163 Kenyan shillings? Are you a student? Are you a campus student and just looking at all this situation and you're probably worried, am I going to land somewhere someday? My name is George Kamau Wateto and I'm here basically to talk about the whole issue of unemployment among us campus student and just basically to look at it. What could be the cause? What is causing there's so many youth in the country just to be unemployed or to end up not being in an industry or somewhere where they are working to earn an extra coin? I was looking at all this situation of unemployment and when COVID did hit, I discovered that most of those small businesses around campuses, they ended up reducing the number of students working on their small businesses so that they could be able to manage the few that remain. For the case of the University of Nairobi, for those that know this small business area called Klabu, where most of the students go to take their meals, that is the one place that has employed hundreds of students, and you could find one place more than 3 students have been employed by the same person, but due to the economic downturns, this has led to most of these small businesses reducing the number of students working for them so that they can easily get to manage to pay the remaining. Maybe if someone had like 5 students working for them, they end up reducing them to probably 2 so that they can manage paying the 2. So economic downturn is one of the things that has led to so many youths being unemployed and especially campus students. But today perhaps let us look at maybe the larger cause of unemployment among us campus students and especially them that are at the close or at the verge of finishing. I was doing my research and I discovered that if the institutions cannot be an entrepreneurship incubator where the students can get to practice practical skills, they can get to practice different ideas where students can get to change their ideas into valuable businesses that could bring them an extra coin, then that becomes quite a challenge. The institutions should ensure that they develop they provide this environment by ensuring that the students are exposed to workshops, programs that will train them on their best entrepreneurship angles so that their minds can be blown to think beyond just the things that they see. But I also think that the institutions having good relationship with the industries, that would perhaps be a good door that would open for opportunities to the students. And one of the opportunities will be students can now be taken in as interns and perhaps paid interns, and this will reduce the number of students who are not working or they are not earning anything. So the rate of the unemployed students will definitely reduce if the school does pick that directions. And you realize that when most of the students are not employed, then that opens door for many other things. It could be a door to the crimes that we experiences around the hostels. It could be a door to students some of them not proceeding with their academics. It could be also a door of some of the students just getting to a point where they can't sustain their daily needs, and that kind of gets them to stop what they are doing. So unemployment is something that is really hitting students on hard, especially the graduates, where they go out there and they discover that there's a mismatch when it comes to skills, what the employer needs and what the students have. It's quite totally a different thing, and that perhaps brings the whole issue of that the students need to be exposed by these institutions on practical needed skills by the employer, so that this one reduces the whole issue of unemployment. You realize when the student has what the employer needs, then that kind of gives them a chance to be easily employed by the employer who is looking for people to employ. So therefore we have to be intentionally ensuring that all these things are catered for and taken care of. Another thing that perhaps I think the institutions could really work on is that they should ensure that every other year that the students are exposed on business ideas at a young age. It is not wrong to expose a first year to possible angles of businesses that they could pursue or things that could allow them to think in that direction of what they need to do. So basically by doing that, they would have ensure that at least as they keep growing, their minds can think in the direction of being employers, not even people who can be employed, but by employers. So that means that they become innovative students, and by the time they're getting to their third year, fourth year, these are people who are already getting to see their clear path, the path that they will follow immediately after campus. And perhaps this one by far will reduce the whole issue of unemployment, having in mind that thousands, hundreds of thousands of students are graduating every other year, while there are limited job spaces in the marketplace. So therefore, if issues of unemployment is not catered for from the school or an institution level, that becomes quite a challenge when these students kind of get out there. So the issue of unemployment among its campus students is quite real. I have been a student at the University of Nairobi for quite some time. This is my fourth year, and to be very honest, I have been in different companies working in with my CVs, and just trying to seek for a space to work. It becomes challenging, especially when the employer is looking for experience, and they have to be like, you are not experienced in this particular field for long, therefore it's quite difficult for us to consider you as compared to someone who has an experience of maybe 2 years or 3 years. So also maybe lack of experience has been the cause of unemployment among us campus students. Remember, these are students who are basically pursuing their degrees in different disciplines, and therefore maybe the only skills that they have is that 1 or 2 months that they have been an intern or attached in a certain industry, and perhaps most of them are not even yet to any internship or attachment. Therefore they do not have skills, and perhaps this could be the main reason why most employers do not really go for them. So for today, that is basically what I could just talk with us, and it's good to know that you can still continue pushing despite the whole thing, hoping that someday, sometimes everything will come to work for good. Thank you so much. Till next time.